Hi YouTube, it's Brianna here. I know that it's been a really long time since I made a video, but there's just been a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stress, a lot of school. Um, you guys know that I'm in nursing school, so that's just the main cause of everything. Um, I just wanted to let you guys know, sorry I'm trying to fix my outfit. Um, I finished my very first semester of nursing school. Yay! Um, well, there's just been a lot going on. I mean, you guys missed out on a lot. Where did I leave off? Thanksgiving was good. I was kind of mad because I went home on the Saturday before Thanksgiving, came back on Sunday, and then I had school on Monday, and then I went home on Monday night. So I was only in Bowling Green for one day, and then I went home. And Thanksgiving was great. We did family pictures, and it was just a great time with the Daddy John's family, and we just had a great time. And then the day after Thanksgiving, which is Black Friday, I had to work at the WKU store, and this was my very first Black Friday working in retail. I survived. It wasn't that bad, but they definitely do try to scare you. So I did that, and then I don't know if you guys know that there was a lot of stuff going on between me and James. We've been friends for a really long time, and the stuff happens, sometimes we kiss, sometimes we don't. But there was just a lot of feelings starting to come up inside me, and so I shared those feelings with him, and I talked to him about it, but his first reaction was that he didn't have the same feelings as me. So I was crushed, I was heartbroken, and I feel like I cried for about 3 weeks. Because there was just a lot of stuff going on between him and I, and he wouldn't talk to me for a week at a time because his phone was broken or whatever. But he invited me to go to his family's house on Black Friday because they did their Thanksgiving dinner on Black Friday. So I went, and I was really nervous, especially after everything that had went down between him and I. So I went there, and his entire family wants us to be together. They really like me, and so the whole time they kept making jokes about couple stuff, and they kept calling me his girlfriend and just giving us a really hard time about it. So I ended up going to the bathroom and crying because it was just too much for me to handle, and James saw that. He saw that I was upset, and he came to the bedroom, which was like by the bathroom. So we talked, and I was able to get a lot off my chest. He told me how he really felt about me, which was nice to finally hear. So the feelings are mutual. We both really like each other, and he said stuff like, if you want me to marry you right now, I will. If you want to be in a relationship right now, let's do it. I just want to make you happy. I'll do anything to keep you in my life or whatever. And at that point, there was just so much crap that had happened between him and I, and so much emotions being shared and denied and just all this stuff. I didn't know what I wanted. Even though for the past 3 weeks I've been crying and I wanted to be in a relationship with him, and he didn't want to be in a relationship with me. And finally, he was there on the ground telling me what I wanted to hear, but I was so emotional about it. I just said, I want you to be my friend. I want you to be there for me. I want you to respond to my text messages and my calls, start treating me like a friend. Maybe we can have something out of that. So he did. He got better at it, and a couple weeks went by after that, and we were both just giving each other mixed signals, like expecting each other to act as boyfriend and girlfriend, but not actually boyfriend and girlfriend. So anyways, he texted me one night after I shared with him that I had questions and I was having these emotions and I needed to talk to him about it. So he texted me and he was like, I really want to see you tomorrow because there's some things I want you to know. And of course, I'm a girl. I overanalyze things and I freak out. So I was thinking in every single direction. I was thinking about every possibility, and it just ended up being perfect and everything I've ever wanted. And he came by and we talked and discussed how our relationship and how we felt about each other. And it was actually really kind of cute. It reminded me of a proposal, but it was really cute. And he's really sweet. He grabbed my hand, he was holding my hand, and he said, Brianna, will you do me the honor of letting me be your boyfriend or something like that? And I was like, yes. So I have a boyfriend now, and I'm so excited. He is the sweetest guy. He truly is such an amazing, kind-hearted person, and he's such a softie, and I feel like I'm just so undeserving of such a great man. But I hope things go far between us, and I'm really excited for that. And then, like, the week after this happened was my finals for nursing school. So going into my nursing school final, I had a 76 in the class, which is failing. You need a 77 to pass nursing fundamentals. Well, I went into the final. I took the 100 question final exam, and I felt pretty good about it. I felt like I made what I needed to make to pass the class. And then we had to take the HESI exam right after the final, which was another like 50 questions. And by that time, I was just ready to be done. I was really tired, and I feel like I didn't pay attention as much as I could have. But for that exam, they gave you your results right away, and I got a 68, which is an F, obviously. Only 2 people in my entire class passed the HESI exam. That is freaking ridiculous. Like, even my instructors told us not to study. They said there's no way you can study for the HESI. Just study as if you're studying for your final because it's all comprehensive. It's over the same material you've learned this semester. There was nothing on that test that I recognized. Obviously why I made a 68. You know, the instructors need to get their shit together because I did not recognize anything. And the entire class was pissed off about it. So the HESI exam was 10% of our grade, and I obviously just didn't understand how much that affected or how much that weighed upon my grade. So I got a 68 on the HESI, which brought me down to a 75. And that now I need 2 points to pass nursing fundamentals. Well, I just kind of figured that I would do good because the final exam, I felt pretty confident about it. And so the next day after we took the finals, everybody was posting on Facebook, the grades are up, and I was freaking out because I couldn't see my grades, and I just didn't understand what was going on. Well, my instructor had called my cell phone to personally tell me that I did not make the grade to pass nursing fundamentals. She said I made a 76 on my final, which was not enough to raise my grade after the HESI exam. So that really hurt. It was a really rough day when I found out about that. And I cried a lot, and I had a counseling appointment, and she made me talk about it even though I didn't want to talk about it. And I was just really down. I felt like the whole world hated me, and my parents and my family, everyone was disappointed in me, which obviously they didn't show their disappointment. They're sad for me, but they just say, okay, pick yourself up and move forward. You know, what's the next step? What are you going to do? So I have options. There was this thing, I had to write a letter to this academic committee, basically explaining what I did wrong and what I will do to change, why I deserve a second chance, you know, because they have to readmit you to nursing fundamentals. So I wrote that letter and turned it in yesterday. They said that they're going to have a meeting today to discuss the applicants and their letters and decide who gets selected to reapply for fundamentals because there's only like 2 or 3 spots open. And the day that I found out I failed, it was a rough day, like I said, and I was just going to kind of have a pity party and be by myself, but my boyfriend called me and he was like, why don't you come down here, spend the night with me, and I'll, you know, he just wanted to be there for me, and he said a lot of really great things, and he was just being really nice to me, which is something that I needed at that time. I just needed to be comforted, you know, so that helped. And I've been working a lot. So the people are meeting right now as I speak. They're discussing who gets picked, and then they will email me today to find out who gets accepted again. So I'm really worried about that, but my papa told me something really great. He was like, you know, don't be worried because you did your part. You turned in the letter. That's all you can do. It's in God's hands now, and I trust that He's in control. So other than that, I know that's a really Debbie Downer and just horrible, horrible news for you guys, and it's hard for me to tell everyone. I basically just sent out a mass message on Facebook to my family members, and I was like, this is what happened. Don't bring it up during the Christmas holidays because I want to enjoy my time with you guys and I really don't want to talk about it. Which some of you might think that's immature, but for me, I think it's important because I don't live in New Orleans anymore, so when I go back down there, that's the first thing everybody asks about is, how's school going? Well, I don't want to talk about that. So, I've been working a lot. Now that school's out, I feel like I'm working a lot, and I guess I kind of asked for it because I pitched a fit to my manager saying that I wasn't getting enough hours, and now that school's out, she's decided to give me a bunch of hours, but now that school's out, I don't get to go home to Nashville anymore because I'm working so much. I hardly ever get to go home. And I was kind of worried about that because in my last video, I mentioned to you guys that I want to get baptized, and my plan was to get baptized before the new year is up. But with my work schedule now, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Hold on, I got crud. So Daddy John called me and he was like, why don't you come home this Saturday after you get off work and go to church with us on Sunday and you can get baptized on Sunday. And I was like, whoa, that's really soon. So I'm getting baptized this Sunday, and I'm really, really excited. And even though it's been like 2 days since I've received the bad news, I've done a lot of praying about it, and I feel at peace with myself. I feel like, you know, I'm really excited about the new changes in my life, whether I go to fundamentals next semester or fundamentals in the fall. I'm not going to give up. I still want to be a nurse more than anything, and you know, it's a second chance. And I was upset before because I said that I didn't want to do it on the second try. I wanted to do it on the first try. But a second chance is better than no chance at all, and it's just another chance to be better at what I do, to be the best nurse that I can be, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully getting a second opportunity to do that. Because it's Christmas break and you really want to just try and look at the bright side of things. I don't want to be depressed my entire Christmas break. So with that being said, then I had a final exam for my human nutrition class yesterday on Thursday, and I was just not looking forward to it. I didn't really feel like studying, but I did study, and I ended up making a 95 on that, so I'm really happy with that. And I know last year during this time, I made a quick video for you guys saying that I was so excited and I was just on top of the world because it was Christmas break and I didn't have school anymore. But I feel like I'm not like that anymore. Like, I'm more serious, and it's not a break for me because I'm working all the time, and it's just, I'm glad to be off school, but it's not as good as it was last year because, of course, the bad news and all that. But all these changes are happening, and I'm trying to look on the bright side of things. I have a boyfriend. My mom is